Uh-oh, that's got to go down.
Push them
The truth
buttons.
of the matter is, Jews don't really give a fuck about anybody if you break this shit all the way down to the low fucking dirty ass truth. We say the white lives matter, and you believe it never really has. No one ever really gave a fuck. The fucking bullshit history books. But honestly, it ain't just white. It's yellow, it's brown, it's red. It's anyone who ain't a Jew. It's everyone else, me and you. Jews can't fuck with us. Once you realize we're all on the same side, we must split this up. And stop the profits for genocide. Jews can't use their lives. Once we realize we're not enemies, we will organize and defend our identity. Don't fuck with the being switch. True power is real and that's it. They fucking with the kids like that. But now we gotta change all that. The people are lighting up. Right now it's them against us. Fall to the left and you'll lose. Shout out the Jews. White lives matter. America's greatest sin.
All right, welcome to Rebels at the Round Table. I am Mickey Coy, voluntarist, philosopher, pagan, and prick. Fox Reason and Evidence. This is an alt-right, all-white program. No apologies, no quarter, no mercy. We do not shy away from hard questions and uncomfortable topics. Welcome to our round table, no holds barred discussion of topics of the day. With that, let me go to my esteemed fellow co-host, the lovely Sherry Monaco, the redoubtable Burnside. Unfortunately, the unassailable Simo cannot be with us tonight due to technical issues. Welcome, and we hope you enjoy the show. Carry it on.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm an anti-feminist, American, constitutional conservative, President Trump supporter. Throw me to the wolves and I'll return leading the pack.
Awesome. I myself am Burnside, the one, the only, the insane, depraved, anarcho-Trump supporter. Don't bother trying to toss those Molotovs. You'll only get burned by Burnside.
All right. You know, the shit that went on this week with the entire Texas shooting again, you know, it's absolutely disgusting. It wasn't almost a year to a day from the Fort Hood shooting too.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Both of them were pretty close together. It's kind of creepy.
Well, there's a number of things I've noticed throughout this entire situation, and it stinks to high heaven if you ask me. But you know, I just want to point out that as it stands right now, you know, we have the situation with that 702 domestic spy program thing coming up the end of the year that needs to be upped. And the last time they put that through, didn't we have a lot of domestic quote unquote terrorism with a bunch of people that there was two shooters? No, there was one shooter. No, it was this. No, it was that. And, you know, they all ended up dead and they were all on their psychotropics and they all had some kind of a run-in with the FBI before that. And they were all being watched, but nobody ever gets caught kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wasn't that how we got those Boston bastards?
I think so, yeah.
I fucking thought so. That's creepy.
Real creepy.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got literally the bodies were not even cold in that church before you had assholes on the left screaming about the gun, despite the hypocritical notion that it was a private person with a gun that shot him. The bastard was deaf before he even left the lot.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, that of course it was a Democrat senator that calls for the gun control. Okay, I mean, who was this guy? He was a Democrat. Richard Blumenthal.
A Jew.
I mean, yeah, right.
Hey, boy, I don't give a shit if it was you that killed that bastard. We got to get rid of them guns, Coy. We wanted them all dead.
Yeah,
we want a huge fucking problem.
Fuck the prayers. Fuck the prayers. Prayers are important, but in
Chicago. We have to make sure they all don't have the guns and we can kill them all and drink their blood.
Honestly, right here, now, this is the part that kills me. The NSA data collection program, right? Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, right? That has been such a divisive, program from day one, right? From day fucking one. Now, keep in mind, it's not a huge disagreement between the two fucking parties. So that tells you how close they are on going, yeah, let's just spy on everybody. But during pre-shows, I was discussing with Sharon Burnside is, let's just let the government run the security, because look what they've done to healthcare, right? They can't balance a fucking checkbook. They can't even get the bastard's fucking records to the FBI so that he couldn't buy a fucking gun. And this guy's record was a fucking atrocious. But not only that, but I'm skipping ahead of myself. Not only that, but let's go ahead and give these fuckers all that power, because then they couldn't spy on, I don't know, political candidates and try and railroad them that way, right?
Yes, I mean, didn't they already try and do that with Trump?
Oh, yeah. That was last year.
Yeah, they tried to wiretap his tower, and all they got was the janitor taking a raunchy fart.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the House Intelligence Committee, Chairman Devin Nunes, he was a Republican in California, which means about fuck all,
right,
for being a Republican. On Thursday, it's likely being possible. His quote is, "It's likely being possible for Section 702 Intelligence and Gathering and Query Authority to get it through Congress without some limitations or changes, declining to endorse the ones that the House Judiciary Committee bill." Now, here's a piece of shit. The Intelligence Committee ranking demo rat, Adam B. Schiff. Now, there's an asshole with a name we don't know for being sleazy.
Mr.
Also said,
on several occasions.
Right. He said some limitations to protect privacy and improve transparency would be necessary. And keep in mind, folks, everything before but is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But he disagreed with the House Judiciary Committee's approach of limiting searches instead of urging that if the concern was that the information might be improperly used for criminal cases, it would be better to simply limit the admissibility of such communications as evidence in criminal court. Now, how the fuck could you prove that?
Right.
Good
How do you
question.
prove a negative?
I can't think of a single way, to be honest with you. This
You
happens
see how
every
slippery these fuckers.
Yes.
Oh, it's common sense. No, it's fucking balderdash and fuckery.
Yeah, it's pure fuckery. Common sense would be, let's see here. We take away all the guns, they get more gun crime. We do more government fuckery, and then we get more terrorism. How about we do the opposite of what we're doing for once and see if that works? Because we've never fucking tried that.
Yeah. How about we just enforce the laws that are on the books? Hey.
Yeah.
I have a really fucking novel approach to this. How's about we take anyone that's over 21, especially the male of the house, right? As long as they are not, they haven't tried to collapse their stepson's fucking head. Or pointed guns at, fellow, that we'll get into that later. But you know what I'm saying? This guy was a real piece of shit. He escaped from a fucking mental institution in 2012, I believe was the year.
Yeah, it was. In New Mexico, wasn't it?
Yes. And, I was in the service at one point. So when I heard that this fucker had a 12-month internment, I was actually fucking jaw dropped I was literally fucking gobsmacked.
How the fuck
12
does he
months?
escape that
That's
shit?
fucking incredible. That's pretty harsh for, and this guy was a prize rat bastard. But these fuckers, it keeps going on. Like, they keep saying about that, like, oh, here's some names. Dianne Feinstein, who sits on the Intelligence and Judiciary Committees in their chamber.
Another tool.
Sure, that she's about to set out a bill that's more deferential to the intelligence community, not because she's a commie fucking, wrinkle-titted whore or anything.
Wait, I'd hate to see her naked.
Oh,
Oh God! Don't make me puke up my lungs.
Oh, sorry.
other names:
Open your mouth.
Ron Wyden, Democrat, Oregon; Rand Paul, Republican, Kentucky. Now Rand Paul is a little bit out of commission. You don't think that's kind of suspicious, do you?
Well,
Yeah,
it,
did his
it
neighbor
seems
fucking
that,
attack the shit out of him and break his ribs?
yeah,
Because
his liberal neighbor. I
fucking
swear to God, it's like every time you run across somebody being violent, they're a liberal or a Democrat.
or
this-
they're one of those Antifa neats and friends,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, those are communists.
Well,
Same
yeah,
shit. They're all fucking
same thing.
anti-American.
What's the difference?
At this
Yeah.
point, does it really make? Yeah.
What difference?
Yeah, I mean, back.
What difference does it make? I am Hillary.
Well,
You
yeah.
haven't put me in prison, bitch.
Let's look at this shit. Let's look at this shit for the past fucking year. You had that liberal cunt that shot up the senator or congressman or whatever during a ball
Yeah.
game. You got this fucking twat that walked over and beat the shit out of Rand Paul. And they probably worked together in the same fucking hospital, and he's a neighbor, so it's not like he wouldn't know his schedule or nothing.
Oh yeah, he'd be fucking keeping tabs because a lot of these bastards are some real sociopaths. They really fucking check their
And-
notes. I mean,
yeah,
how
and the
many
simple
motherfuckers did we have try and assassinate Trump just as he was campaigning? I mean, fucking 4?
Right.
They're
Right.
insane.
Yeah, and if you go back and look in history, the violence has almost always come from the left.
It does. And this Texas shooter was also, well, he was an atheist for one,
Yeah.
but he hated Christians, and he was a Bernie supporter.
Wow. Tommy
And-
Cuck.
Yeah, plus there was evidence on his Facebook page before the FBI took that out that he was twisted up in Antifa.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I heard from InfoWars.
Now, keep in mind that in Nunez's favor, right? And I will say this: Nunez was the one that accused the Obama administration, who, by the way, it was under his administration the Air Force failed to fucking send the information to the FBI. Probably 2012. I think that was about the same time as the Fast and Furious. That's curious. But Obama administration, I don't have what I like to call the Domino's Pizza generation memory, where if it didn't happen in the last 30 minutes, it's fucking, it doesn't exist. I actually have a pretty sharp memory. The Obama administration officials have he accused them of improperly revealing the identities of the U.S. persons picked up in foreign surveillance report, right? So, yeah, there's no possible way this could be fucking used, right? Oh, I know you have a mistress on the side, or I know you've been dicking the pool boy, Mrs. Smith, so why don't you do what we say, or we're going to reveal this and we'll see to it you lose everything.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they stoop way low,
But
murder.
there's nothing they're not capable of.
Black-
Nothing.
Well, did you guys know that in 2013 the Democrats filibustered a Grassley Cruz legislation that would have sent this shooter to federal prison instead of having him murder all those women and children and infants and babies?
That's nice.
That's wasn't there supposed to be something similar to that fucking jihadist couple that went postal at their workplace and got gunned down by the cops at San Bernardino? Wasn't there going to be some actual indictment and shit that was going to occur, but their neighbors were too fucking afraid because they're going to be cucked and called Islamophobes or some stupid shit?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
those people were under. I mean, they were being watched at one time.
Well, yeah.
They were.
See, that's how it is. They've got the white guilt so fucking deeply instilled and shaming that you're afraid to be called a fucking racist. I embrace that shit.
Yeah, I've been taking
racist. Okay, and I'll say it all anywhere. You're a racist. Okay, nigger, make a fucking point. I'm a racist. So what?
Yeah, that's why I like using the dark comedy on them too, because it's you're right, Mickey. It's getting to a point where it's like, okay, do we have to keep using this as a crutch because it's turning into barbed fucking wire on my junk?
Well, it's actually got to the point where it has been used so often you disagree with somebody, you're a racist. It has lost all fucking meaning, and racist was created by the Jews as a word to discredit people that disagree with them.
I thought that was anti-Semite.
That was that too. They created the word Nazi.
Well, I remember you telling me about that one. Yeah.
Right, you know. Now, keep in mind, it's not like this fucking guy didn't have warning signs. He was putting up fucking flags and spotlights. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this guy's going on
This
social
shooting,
media
right?
going fucking
It was
ape.
domestic violence, sexual assault, animal cruelty. He escaped from a mental health facility, threatening text messages, obsessions with guns and mass shootings. He was out to he killed like 6 of his one of his ex's family members.
God damn.
And that's what he was. Yeah, he wanted to go kill them all.
And the fact that he had a dishonorable discharge would have been reason enough for him not to be able to buy a gun. But since the Air Force under the Obama administration, hello, they don't pass on the paperwork, because what do? They're busy stroking their fucking cocks and having parties with hookers, you know,
doing all the blow.
Yeah, they're not doing their job. I mean, they're just letting shit go by. Plus, when he filled out the forms, he lied. This shooter lied on the forms. That's a felony right there. So he should never have even possessed those guns. He was out in 2012, and for every year after he bought a gun, every year he bought 4 guns, and at four times, if those papers had been filed to the FBI by the Air Force, he wouldn't have been able to buy those guns, but he did. And then what happened? Well, we all know what fucking happened.
Right. And I'm actually fucking sick of this. Somebody dropped the ball. No, motherfuckers. Somebody didn't even take it out of the packing and inflate the fucking thing to pick it up to drop it yet. They didn't even fucking bother doing their job.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what the Democrats do. They don't want to do their fucking job.
No, they want to sit there and bang little children all day and sodomize hookers while they smoke crack out of their orifices.
And you know what I also heard? I heard that this shooter was a pedophile. I heard that on, Alex Jones.
It wouldn't surprise me.
At this rate, it really wouldn't. That's, just from the things I've heard, he hung around a lot of the kids, like with the church things. Simo's putting a message up, a tale of 2 phones. Listen, if he would accept it from me, I would happily, and I don't want to embarrass him, but I would happily help him out with whatever the hell it was. I'd buy the shit for him, but he won't accept it. And I love him for it. He's a man of high quality.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
I would actually, I like that guy so much, and I say this unashamedly, and I'm not blowing sunshine or unicorn fucking dust up his ass. I'd probably take a bullet for that cat. He's one of the most honest people I know.
Yeah, he is. He's good. I mean, he'll have chats with me, and he's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah. Now look at this. Now I just pulled this up. Now while he was awaiting his court-martial in June 2012 is when he escaped from the Peak Behavioral Health Systems in Santa Teresa, New Mexico.
Holy fuck. How did he not get fucking shot?
Right? And why was he fucking in there? Because he cracked his infant stepson's head.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, what a man. You gotta fucking beat up on infants and women? Pussy.
Yeah, what a chicken shit bastard. That's the one thing. I get drunk and stupid. I do not fucking hit women, and I sure as hell don't hit children. I pee on trees like a sensible man.
Well, absolutely. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, tree lives matter. You need to water them.
Yeah. And irony, funny story, short one too. When I used to live with my father out in the middle of goddamn nowhere in Illinois, the one tree that did survive our repetitive bonfire parties was actually the one we all agreed was the pea tree. Did you not? Man and woman alike would stagger drunkenly over to this tree and piss on it. It was the only tree that survived.
Now, something I've noticed is I never can find out exactly how old his stepson was, but it says that he hit this kid so hard it fucking fractured his skull with enough force to either seriously fucking harm or disable up to and including killing this fucking baby. Right?
Well,
he fractured a young boy's skull, causing
That's-
internal bleeding. What
Yeah,
a
that's-
fucking prize rat bastard.
Right? Hey, that kid's not going to be right.
It's lucky
Growing
he ain't dead, man.
You know,
And
you
then they
can't.
gave him, yeah, and this is the best part of this, right? The shit they did to him, and he pled guilty to in October of 2014 to animal cruelty, right? He was ordered to pay $500 in fines and restitution, and he completed an animal cruelty evaluation as part of a deferred sentence of 18 months of unsupervised probation.
How the hell do you get unsupervised
But here's
probation?
the best part: the guilty plea was withdrawn, and the case was dismissed.
Oh, there's something afoot here. Fuck all of that. There's something afoot with this motherfucker. You see, this is why these assholes either always blow their own heads off or get themselves blown away. That is so you can't sit there and dissect their fucking minds and figure out why the hell they got away with all this fuckery.
Well, he didn't live in that area, and he knew that fucking his ex's family went to that church, and he also knew it was a gun-free fucking zone.
Yeah, because that's
So
the
you
only
know
thing
what,
though?
Jagoff's
He
ever
didn't
aimed.
expect that neighbor to come out of that house with that firearm and shoot his punk ass. He actually planned on fucking killing as many as possible, getting back in his fucking truck, going to somewhere else to shoot up more fucking people, probably at another gun-free zone. So and then these leftist cunts like to, like I said before,
more
federal government. Yeah, we're brushing over the fact that it was a private individual with a privately owned, lawfully owned fucking firearm, an assault-style weapon that killed an asshole with an assault-style weapon.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the Daily Cossunists would like to say about this. Because they're always bitching about stupid shit like this. Oh no, the Goya must be disarmed and sodomized on a regular basis.
Just to get rid of them all.
Yeah,
Bitches.
yeah. They occasionally used to have decent comics, but then right around the time Trump came in, it's like every single fucking comic just stopped being funny because it's like, you assholes just completely ran out of jokes because you went completely full retard.
Yeah, they did. They're not even funny. Oh, speaking of
Oh, you gonna bring that? Yeah, you are. Go for it. That's funny.
Chelsea Handler, that somebody who thinks she's a comic, she takes to Twitter and blames the Republicans for the tragedy. She says, innocent people go to church on Sunday to honor their God, and while doing so get shot and killed. What country? America. Why? Republicans, she tweeted.
Well, that's a bunch of hearsay, none such.
Well, you know the part that I think is fucking absolutely hysterical is the Communist News Network or the Cuck News Network or the Cunt News Network. I don't care which one you use. They fucking bit on the shit and they named Sam Hyde a fucking comedian.
I fucking love that. I was like,
That's the fucking shit. These people are so fucking dumb.
That was so awesome. Yeah, I couldn't believe the stupidity.
Oh
You
my
had to
God.
show me that article because I was like, "There's no fucking way they fell for that. They're stupid, but they're not that stupid."
Oh, but they are.
And I'm
But
like,
they
"Oh
are.
my fucking
Yeah.
god!"
Listen, I had 3 fucking news streams on, and when I heard CNN say that, I think I was actually talking to Simo at the time. Or yeah, we were up on the Hangouts and we were all chatting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually friends outside here and we talk.
Yeah, we're not that fucking.
But that came across the wire and then I heard it on the telly. I couldn't help it. My guts started hurting from laughing. Oh, fuck me to tears.
Oh, it's
You know
fucking
what's
awesome.
so funny is CNN is such fake news that they fucking believe fake news.
I know they just completely ran with it. I mean, goddamn, sell yourselves to 4chan. At least make yourselves fucking useful. Why don't you? I mean, literally, No-Chan. No-Chan. It's like, oh my god, you're retarded.
If I understand trying to get a scoop, to get the name out there first.
Mhm.
But it's called check your fucking references. Verify the facts.
Verify.
Yeah, don't get your shit from 4chan unless it's the strange quad gender transdimensional boning.
I love 4chan. That cracks me the hell up.
I have not gone, and I do not plan to go there.
No, that's all right.
Nope.
So this evil motherfucking gunman, he he goes in there and he checks each aisle, shoots babies at point blank range. Because a witness who's still alive, she said that congregants began screaming, dropped to the floor, and she could see bullets flying, worshipers falling down, bloodied after getting hit. And then the shooting stopped, and they thought that maybe the cops got there, and they arrived to confront the gunman. But then he entered the church again and resumed shooting hard at helpless families, and would just go and shoot people again who were already down just to make sure they were fucking dead.
Yeah, this motherfucker shot a woman who was pregnant.
Yeah.
And had a whole bunch of fucking kids. It's like, and they think the bright fucking idea is to go ahead and just give more federal government, give more gibs to the psychos, and fucking get rid of all the guns, so this shit can happen on a more regular basis, because the Jew pyre needeth the bloodeth of the innocentest.
Well, you know that woman that was pregnant?
Yeah.
She threw herself over her two children's bodies. Well, they weren't bodies. They were still alive. She threw a body over two of her kids. Those were two of her kids that survived. The other three died. So she had 5 kids, and she had another one on the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, there were like
8 to save all her kids.
There were 8.
Some of them.
Yeah, there were 8 family members from one family that died. Think about having to bury them.
Yep.
You know? Think about that poor husband. Her poor husband having to deal with that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man. That'll fuck anybody, man, up 3 ways to Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I got my own old lady enough as is, and we ain't even fucking hitched yet.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank God for the 2 citizens who were armed, huh, guys? Yeah, let's grab the guns.
Great.
Yeah, let's grab the guns.
Let's be like that motherfucker. What's his name? Hugo fucking Chavez? Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what kills me is, now let's stop just for a second, right? Now I know Burnside here. And yes, man, I know, you know, this is slightly off topic, ladies and gentlemen, but I fucking hate being right, Burnside. Even though it happens a lot. But keep this in mind also. You had the shooting not too long ago in Vegas where it was aimed at an all-white community, and they had people fucking corralled into a small space, and we all knew that was bullshit. And what happened here? Oh, look, it was a pretty much all-white fucking church. Now, yeah, I think the pastor was Mexican and his 14-year-old daughter. You know, the thing that pissed me off about it was, yes, it's tragic that the 14-year-old died. But, you know, how's about equal fucking share time? I could give a shit less that the 14-year-old Mexican, you know, daughter died. And you focus on that as opposed to the woman with 5 fucking kids and one on the way that threw her body in the path of fucking bullets to try and save her children's lives.
Yeah, nothing on mainstream media.
Yeah, that's fucking valiant as hell to sacrifice yourself to try and save your kids, man.
Right.
While having one in you already. That's
Exactly.
fuckery, dude.
And how many other fucking people threw themselves in front of their wives?
None,
in
because
front of their children.
like you called it, man. They want to make it an actual racial issue. They want to make it. That's the only way they want to spin this is, white man, he do bad evil thing. He bad guy. He come Mexican. You go kill him, get even. Dog. You know that's.
I've heard some
they
other
want to
people
fucking
say
do it, man.
I've heard other people say this, and I've said it for a long time before I heard others say it. I'm not claiming that I've said it first. I don't even give a fuck who said it first. But, you know, I have said it. Stefan Molyneux has said it. I think Christopher Cantwell has said it. I have heard many, many people say it recently. And these goddamn animals, these fucking animals with their radical fucking bullshit, understand something. We conquered the world and we were less than 25% of the fucking population. Right now, we're the 8% of the world's population. But know this. White people are incredibly fucking nice until we're not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is no goddamn people on this planet that has ever out fucking marshaled us. Ever.
Well, these fucking Jews and mainstream media, they're just probably happy that all the white people got killed, so the world could be even more diverse. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, you're probably right, because that's the one thing they do all the time I've seen in Europe. Every time I see some fucking crazy ass news coming out of Germany, it's them trying to celebrate their own destruction because it's a great and acceptable thing to allow other people that are actively wanting to kill you to just come in and take your shit.
Right? Isn't that what I said in that one rant? How the fuck do you negotiate with people that want you dead?
You don't.
Fucking Senator Dick Durbin from Illinois. I'm sure you know who he is, Burnside.
Yeah, he's actually the only person who has the balls to write me back.
Dick Durbin. Oh God, I can't stand the guy. He tweets out, the shooter turned his gun on people, kids, in a place of worship. America is in the grips of gun violence crises. Congress must act. Enforce the fucking laws. This guy would not have gotten the guns had the government done their fucking job and enforced the laws. Hello.
End of fucking discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah. You fucking you didn't even inflate the ball and put it on the shelf to be picked up. You never even fucking bothered to do the job, but yet you think you're going to fucking do the job now. I see what you've done with healthcare. I see what you've done with the Social Security. I see what you've done with, regulations. I mean, how many fucking pages of regulations for the fucking sale, growing, and distribution of fucking cabbages?
Yeah, the government, when it becomes incumbent, likes to beat its own dick. That's really it. And that's the problem. These people love sacrificing us so they can just beat their dick.
Now keep this in mind also. This fucking country was founded on 5 goddamn pieces of paper that's written on hemp, which is illegal now.
Yeah, I get it.
5 fucking pieces of paper, and you can't make something that makes sense without... You know how many fucking tax laws there are?
There's too goddamn many in my state. I don't know that much.
Yeah.
You realize it'd take almost 12 fucking copy machine crates of fucking papers just to have the tax laws? I love it when they look at me, well, you violated the tax law. That fucking thing's so thick, there's nothing you could do that couldn't violate it.
Yep. That's why the IRS is going
I give a fuck about another goddamn magical scribble on your fucking piece of paper in your big fucking spell book of law written by some fucking Jew supplicant bastard that thinks you're really okay. I'll tell you, you want my gun, motherfucker? You come for it personally and alone. We'll talk.
Hell, they don't even have to come alone to my place, man. They'll need a fucking army. It's Shirakistan, baby. We're the murder fucking capital as of last week.
And you know what?
Wow.
Chicago has the strictest gun laws in the nation.
It's a fucking mess. I think Trump even said that. He goes, look at Chicago. It's a goddamn mess.
It is. And yeah, he said that actually a few times. And the guy said, oh, God, it's such a great city.
Go to Chicago for dinner. Stay because you were murdered.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a reason why whenever I do Chaos 20, I do the fucking shot count and shit, man, because it's fucking true. You know, you want to see how great gun control is? Come to where Burnside lives. Bring a bulletproof vest. You'll fucking need it, and you'll thank me later if you make it to the doorstep alive. And it's not because I'll be shooting at you; it's because everyone else will.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll be trying to get you in the door.
Listen, people out there, by the by, if you want to have a good laugh, just go to YouTube and look up shopping in Texas. Just type that right into the search. It's fucking hysterical. That's the way it should be every fucking where.
I'm gonna have to do that.
I'll set the stage for you. It's not really a spoiler, but it just shows a bunch of people browsing around the shop. Some woman pulls the cork out of a bottle, makes a big bang, and every fucking swinging dick and snapping coochie in the place whips out a fucking hand cannon and is looking everywhere.
Hell yeah. Now that's what I fucking like. That's how I imagine every place should be. Just everyone, guns everywhere. Guns, bitch. Do you?
Well, like I said earlier, I think anybody that's over 21 that isn't a violent committed, felon, or matter of fact, fuck it. I don't care if they are. If they serve their time, give them their goddamn gun back. They won't be around long. I promise.
Yeah, repeat offenders get
if you're a
really cheap track records.
Well, yeah. Hey, look, if you have make it a mandatory thing where if you're of a certain age and you own property, you are required, like Switzerland did, to have a working firearm. Let's take a fucking step further and require people, especially married couples, at least one of them, to have a loaded, cleaned, and be well trained with a firearm so many hours per fucking month. And since we pay the taxes, when we go to the range for our required amount of fucking practice time, they have the rounds there because we fucking pay for it. How fucking quickly do you think bullshit would stop?
Oh, I'd fucking drop dead on its feet, man. That's why we're supposed to have a well-regulated militia, dude. It's that fuckery like this does not happen.
Well trained.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean fucking legislated into fucking immobility. It means
Nope.
well trained.
Exactly.
Language of the day.
Right.
Damn right.
Well,
That's why we got get rid of all these goddamn Democrats. I mean, next year, next couple of months from now, it's going to be voting season, man.
well, I mean, there was just an election in Virginia, and although that Republican didn't get in, that Democrat did. He's a neurosurgeon. He seems to not want to have anything to do with a sanctuary city in
That's
Virginia.
good.
Yeah. But Trump said he didn't back that guy because the guy that lost, I forget his name right now, but he said because he didn't embrace Trump, or even though he did embrace his policies, he didn't embrace Trump. He wasn't like a Trumper.
Right.
Yeah, he was a rhino, if I remember correctly. That's how Trump
Exactly.
basically viewed him.
Yeah,
You know.
that was the dude that they put out that ad where that truck was running over migrant children.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. For a while, I actually thought there was some asshole actually doing it until people said, "Oh no, it's a fake." It's some
You
ad.
talk about bad timing.
Yeah.
Can't think of that guy's name. Jesus, I hate when that happens.
While you're struggling to pull that out of the cobwebs there, how's about this for some objective reality for you lefty fucking cocks out there? I have in front of my little shit house rat eyes, because I'm old but I don't miss much, a little bit of objective reality and facts here. Okay, in America each year there are 31,672 incidents approximately that are have a firearm involved. 80 times more often than to take a life, a gun is used to protect a life. There are 270 million approximate number of civilian firearms in America, right?
Yup. Sounds
And there
about
are
right.
trillions of fucking rounds. 200,000 times a year on average, a woman uses a gun to defend against a sexual assault. 3 out of 5 fucking thugs won't fuck with you if you have a gun.
Yup.
Now, let's do this gun ownership versus crime, even on an international perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Per 100 residents, the USA is number one at 88.8. Almost 90% of Americans own a firearm. Number 2 is Yemen at 54.8. Number 3 is Switzerland at 45.7. And Finland is number 4 at 45.3. Okay? Now,
I wouldn't have thought
highest
Yemen.
international homicide rates per 100,000 residents. Honduras is number 1 at 91.6. El Salvador is number 2 at 69.2. Cote d'Ivoire, however the fuck you pronounce that, is 56.9. And number 4 is Jamaica at 52.2. The United States would be at number 103 on that list. And in case anyone was wondering about ye old England, the possession of handguns is illegal. 2,034 violent crimes per 100,000 people in UK, and 466 violent crimes per 100,000 people in the USA. Isn't that a fucking dandy?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
I
lot of
got news
Wahoo
for you.
fun.
This house where I live in is locked and motherfucking loaded. And I tell you what, that locked door is saving your life. Do
That's
not
for
enter.
your protection.
That's right. That's for your protection. Do not enter, motherfucker.
You will die horribly, bitch.
Now, check this out. This is the FBI crime statistics. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a little bit about this, you know, from criminology and shit in college, but they're actually pretty fair. They just write the damn numbers down and post it. They don't give a fuck one way or the other.
Good.
Now, an analysis of the FBI crime stats that found that states that adopted concealed carry law reduced murders 8.5%, rapes 5%, aggravated assault 7%, and robberies by 3%.
Wow.
Yay. Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
Now check this out. This gets even better. I mean, I love this shit because it, with just one exception, every, with the exception of one, public mass shooting in the United States since 1950 has taken place where citizens are banned from carrying guns, despite the strict gun regulations. Europe has had 3 of the worst of 6 school shootings. All right, now police departments versus private citizens. In 794,300 total police officers versus 80 million gun owning citizens. Police error rate is 11%. Armed citizens error rate 2%.
Damn.
Average deaths of a shooting rampage stopped by police 14.3. Average deaths of a shooting rampage stopped by a citizen 2.3. Killed by police each year on average 606. Criminals killed each year by an armed citizen is 1,527.
Oh, there you go.
Body
Don't
count.
wait for the popo.
Now, one last fact, and then I'm not going to bore anybody more with these tonight. But in 1982, in Kennesaw, Georgia, passed a law requiring heads of households to keep at least one firearm in the house. The residential burglary rate subsequently dropped 89%. Kennesaw compared to just 10.4 drop in Georgia as a whole. Today, the violent crime rate in Kennesaw is still 85% lower than Georgia's or the national average. 89% after a mandatory gun law.
That's impressive.
That's pretty sweet, man. We should get that in Shirakistan, man. It might take care of that dead body problem we have.
Now, that's why I said, right? And I read this and I thought, fuck's sake, let's take that a step further and make the head of household,
That'd
as
be
long
awesome.
as they're mentally and physically stable and able to mandatorily carry a firearm everywhere they fucking go. Courthouses, banks, shopping centers, movie theaters, what the fuck ever. And this bullshit of not allowing fucking soldiers on a base to carry a goddamn gun a la Fort Hood. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. I always thought soldiers on bases were armed to the teeth like they were at war. I didn't know they couldn't have firearms on them.
Me either.
Yeah, I thought that's one of the stupidest things ever. You've got soldiers on a base. Gee, given the current climate, what do you think's gonna happen? Allahu, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bar. That's what's gonna fucking happen. What prevents Allahu, I'm gonna go fucking kill you, bar? Giving your soldiers all the weapons they use to kill. Thus said Allahu, I'm gonna kill you, bar, motherfuckers. ISIS, Al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda, Al-Who the fuck knows what anymore, because they keep getting larger and getting more fucking crazy 3-part, 4-part names that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
You know what stops them? Hot fucking leg and a drone strike.
You know what I like to call that? I every time I watch a fucking thug get shot in some of the training videos, I go through and so on and so forth, and I call it the room temperature challenge.
Interesting.
Right? Guns hot, perps not. Next.
That's fucking good.
That's good.
Oh shit.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there really is nothing funny about this situation at all. But what I am laughing at, just for the general public to understand, is the absolute fucking lunacy and stupidity of the left and these cuck faggoty asshole bastards that think by fucking taking away your ability to defend yourself is going to save a fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, Rahm Emanuel always has security detail on him, and at least 3 of them are armed, actually. And if he doesn't have those guys on him, he always has the fucking PD and security details,
Well,
like on his persons, man.
I'm not going to tell him he can't have armed security, but if he's going to be against everybody else having guns, give him fucking slingshots.
Well,
Yeah, I agree.
that's the thing. I mean, they're hypocrites. Yeah,
Yep.
let's not let the citizens have guns. But I mean, the guns are out of control. Yeah, we'll have security detail with guns. Fuck off.
Yep.
Come out and
It's a-
gun grab all the time. Hey, I got a better solution for you. Why don't we enforce the laws on the books? Huh?
Yeah. Why don't we keep what works and get rid of what doesn't? Like gun control. It apparently sucks so bad people keep bleeding everywhere.
God, here's an even crazier fucking idea. How's about constitutional carry?
I like that.
I do
like
too.
it a lot.
I like that a lot. I just got one more little thing for this shooter. He was a CNN fan.
oh God. Okay, so here. Here's the question: did this guy think he was Sam Hyde? Oh God,
I'm sure he's feeling a good bit like Bill Hicks right now, dude.
So here's something that's really funny. Anti-Trump rhino Jeff Flake says he's writing a law to prevent abusers from buying guns, which is already a law. It's already a law.
I am going to write a law that has already been written in, and then I'm going to go back to smoking crack on my hooker's butt crack.
I have a question for Mr. Flake, the fucking dumb cum dumpster. Did your parents have any fucking kids that lived, you fucking jack off? Seriously?
God.
You're gonna write a law that bans abusers from fucking getting a gun that's already on the book. How fucking really? Seriously. You think maybe your dad could have saved us the world a problem and just shot you across the drapes, you stupid prat?
Oh, I think the guy should probably resign.
He is resigning. He's not running again.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me put it out there to anyone that may be listening to this. No, I don't give a fuck if you're offended by that. Anyone that goddamn stupid should just, start a competition of training to hold their breath and not stop.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Oh God.
Read the disclaimer before you get grumpy. We have it for a reason. I mean, shit.
Read the disclaimer in the fucking videos. You were warned.
Yep.
If you don't know how to fucking read, I'm sure I could dig up an old copy of Hooked on Phonics.
Oh, fuck, that's great.
You don't have to listen if you don't want to. I mean, there's plenty of other, content creators out there. Move along.
There's Sargon of Akkad. I mean, if you like something that's more left-leaning.
Yeah.
He has a sultry British voice and talks about killing the Irish. No. I'm kidding. I'm just being a prick.
Yeah, I don't know. This something else that was pissing me off that night too was the shit where they kept trying to say he shot himself. Now, how the fuck could he have shot? He drove to where he was going and shot himself. He was on the phone to his own fucking dad. I've been shot. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to set the narrative ahead of everything else, trying to say, oh no, this is what we're going to report. You follow our lead. Fuck off. That's not how it works anymore. See, here's the thing I was thinking about is it's people like Chris Cantwell. It's people like us, and a few others that just don't give a shit anymore. Like that young man that we used it for the intro. Fair use, by the way, people.
Yep.
That's also in the disclaimer. Jason Augustus. He's on YouTube. Fantastic content. New channel. Probably, I don't even think he's got 1,000 subscriptions yet. Highly recommend the young man. He's very thoughtful. You don't have to agree with him, but it's kind of hard to argue with his logic. It's fairly unassailable. Now, setting the narrative like that doesn't fucking work anymore.
No,
No.
nobody believes it because they know it's bullshit.
The Goyim are awake. Okay? We're fucking rising.
We're coming for your intestines, bitch.
We
I hope
know.
you
Shut it
stop it.
down.
Understand this. I have no problem setting up Vlad pole positions and using you as yard decorations. I mean, you could take it that way, or we have this lovely wood chipper.
Oh yeah, wood chippers are coming back into style.
Oh yeah, they're pretty useful, you know.
They
Yeah,
are.
my people used to put the fucking skulls of their enemies around the lintel on their doors. I could make that come back too.
Oh,
Do it.
So, I mean, enough is enough, days, in all honesty. Enough.
It is
Yeah.
because it's all bullshit. You know, these assholes just decide to not do their job, let these whack jobs go crazy, and use them for fucking political scapegoats. And they just decide that they're like, okay, well, all of you are going to shut the fuck up. You're going to allow yourselves to be murdered, raped, gagged, and sodomized, and you will accept it. You will give us your children, and you will die.
Now, here's the other thing that I keep tying this back to the Vegas shooting too, because they said that cunt didn't have an online footprint, and these fucking cocksuckers scrubbed his online footprint before anyone could even get onto it. Now, I wonder why that would be.
Yeah. Well, how come there isn't any footage that has been given out to the public about this guy's movements in Vegas when it's the most surveilled place on the planet?
Aside
Yeah.
of London, yeah.
Yeah, I find it really strange how this dude has, 40 some odd fucking guns or more, and this asshole somehow sneaks them all up and nobody fucking finds anything. Bullshit. This isn't a Liam Neeson fucking movie. This is reality. If you're packing a fucking lot of guns, somebody's gonna fucking find them.
Exactly.
You know, and the security guard that got capped in the leg, yeah, you get capped in the leg with an assault rifle, yeah, your leg's pretty well fucking gone. I don't buy his story.
No, I don't either. That was a total fucking farce. That I don't believe it at all.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I keep saying, how do you know if fucking government officials lying? Their lips are moving.
Yep.
Yeah. You can count on that one.
Whatever they tell you to do, go fucking do the opposite.
Exactly.
Did you guys know that while all this was happening, that over the weekend, an illegal immigrant with an assault rifle was shooting Texas interstate drivers?
You know, I had read that, and I
Oh,
never
what
I
the
read one.
fuck?
Yeah, but there ain't people on the fucking news, is there?
Right. No, because this whole church shooting, when they were trying to grab the guns, overshadowed this story, which this happened Saturday night. And
Yeah,
this was
because they wanted to blame it's the white people's fault.
right.
Yeah.
But this was an illegal immigrant with an assault rifle on the interstate, just randomly shooting at cars. And there was a 7-year-old girl that he hit in the head.
Unfucking real.
He just went on a shooting spree. He was drunk. He shot at drivers with an assault rifle on a stretch of about 18 miles on Interstate 35 in Texas. And yeah, he was finally arrested. Let's see. He was like,
How many bodies did he tack up before they were actually able to arrest the motherfucker?
I think it was just that one. But yeah, let's see. The suspect, the perp was not suspect, the perp, Rolando Martinez. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a second-degree felony. Four people, including the 7-year-old girl, were hurt. And the child remains in critical condition as of, well, this was Saturday evening. So, I mean, this was the only news article that I could find.
That's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up.
So the Austin police say the shooting began around 2 a.m. Saturday and ended at about 3:15 a.m. Calls to 911 came in from multiple places along I-35, stretching from South Austin at Stastny Lane up to Wells Branch Parkway. So there were a lot of crime scenes and several people were injured. So yeah, this is what was happening. I guess he'd been drinking at some nightclub and didn't remember much from that night. But he did remember waking up in a grassy median through near the freeway. So his bond is set at $1 million.
Well, at least that's something. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that other fucking cunt that, raped those 2-3 fucking girls. They set it for $1,500 and he hasn't been seen since, right?
Jesus. But yeah, so hey, how about do something about the illegal aliens? Hey, build the wall. Hashtag build the wall.
Hey, let's build the fucking wall and put the Vlad poles up there.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't take it.
I've
That's
actually come to really have an admiration for Mr. Vlad Tepes. That motherfucker knew how to get shit done. It is historical fact that if you lied to him, he would put you to death. He really ended corruption. It was with such a fucking iron fist. But that's all right. He ended corruption. If that's what these fuckers want, is an absolute, overwhelming, iron-fisted rule, I would be happy to stand on their fucking neck.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Careful what you fucking wish for, because you know what? Whitey might end up giving it to you.
That's right.
Well, if you ever want to be in the justice dispensers, that's how fucked up it is, because everyone else just wants to walk on eggshells or something. It's like, no. We do not need to apologize for the wrongdoings that are going on all the time.
I would have found that I'm sort of had another way.
I told one asshole, I ain't never owned a slave and you ain't never picked cotton, so fuck off.
Exactly. So I owe you no reparations, bitch.
I like going, well, you owe me reparations. How the fuck could I possibly owe you reparations? I wasn't even fucking born here.
Yeah, but the whole concept of it is fucking asinine. Like, no, unless I have wronged you as a person, I don't owe you anything. If people want to bitch about, I need this, I need that. No, you need to get a foot in your ass, you need to get your shit together. Unless you're disabled or unable to operate functionally as a person and provide for yourself, then you should be fucking working. If you're that fucking handicapped, then yeah, somebody should take care of you. But if you're able to take care of yourself, then go fucking take care of yourself.
Right.
Stuff like that. Universal rule.
That's the problem. People do not want to take responsibility for their fucking selves. That way, then, they can blame their bullshit. See, that's how this all works. That's why democracy will always fucking fail. Is because even Hitler fucking got that. Read Mein Kampf, fuckers. He's not an idiot. He's a genius, actually. He fucking flatly said, you're in there for only a certain amount of time. So you can blame all your failures on other fucking people, so you could rake in the fucking dough and get the hell out of Dodge before everyone realizes you just Ponzi'd their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And once these fuckers realize they can vote themselves privileges and make one law for you and make yourself exempt, like you don't see these fuckers with Obamacare, do you?
No, none of them have Obamacare.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, we can't. Listen, if you don't fucking have it, I'm not taking it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get Obamacare. I had to actually buy my own insurance. And yeah, it kind of sucks that I have useless insurance, but because of Obamacare, I have to, sacrifice that 60, 70 every paycheck just for something I'm not going to be needing anytime soon.
Why is it that everybody I talk to hates Obamacare, but the mainstream media will always talks about, the people are going to die without it.
People are fucking dying with it.
That's right. That's right. Jeez. So stupid.
I mean, for fuck's sake, let's be realistic about it. It's another thing. Like these fuckers, well, they say this, they say that. I don't give two fucks what they say. They said back in the day, butter was good for you. Then they changed it to no, use oleo. No. After that, it was margarine. Then you find out margarine's not. No, go back and use butter.
Yeah, right. They can't make up their minds.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, they don't.
The thing is, listen, my fucking mother was an English teacher as well as a herbalist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I took a pill until I was almost 30.
Wow.
And the only reason I took that fucking pill is because I couldn't get the what they call bone set.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to work, and what I would have made a tea out of bone set. Bone set is it's a type of weed that when you let it dry and you make a tea out of it, it raises your temperature to help bust a fucking fever and help you get over it quick.
Wow.
You know, I tell people all kinds of crazy shit. Like you could take at least 100 proof clear alcohol, like a vodka or something like that. You
Mhm.
take, I know this is off subject, folks, but deal with it.
Right. Deal
You're
with
listening to this show to hear what I have to say.
it.
You take black walnut leaves and you put it in a bottle and you stuff them down there as deep as you can, right? And you pack them in there good, and then you put that liquid over top. You close it up, and every time you walk past it for 2-3 weeks, you give it a shake, right?
Mhm.
So what you end up with there is, if you're allergic to poison ivy or poison oak or something like that, if you brush up against it, you hurry up and go rinse yourself, wash that off with that. You close the pores and it extracts those fucking oils. If you have it, get to it in time, it helps to dry out the blisters and remove anything, and it helps to cure it up faster and remove the itching. So it's a topical tonic.
Yeah.
Shit
Wow.
like that, Why the hell would I go spend $25 for a copay on something that they're charging the insurance company $200 for, that I could go and fucking make myself and just keep in a shelf?
Yeah.
Why would I fucking bother?
Right. Yeah. Natural remedies are so much better for you than, these drugs from Big Pharma.
Well, your husband's a doctor. I mean, fuck, you ought to know, right?
I do know. I mean, he says stay away from doctors. And I say, yeah,
I do.
that's what he says. He says stay away from doctors. And I take vitamins and I feel great. I take vitamins, I work out, and I'm healthy.
Sorry, I had to go dodge out there for a second.
It's all right. Hey, it's not like it's a paid position yet, is it?
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could get paid for this and Chaos 120 and all the other crazy shit I start doing. Fuck.
Well, in due time, you never know. We might get lucky and get discovered. If not, I'm just having a blast with it.
They're never gonna pay us, man. We crack too many anti-Semitic, racist, sexist, homophobic jokes.
Fuck 'em. We'll set up like Crantwell does it. GoFundMe and Patreon.
I love that. I took one look at that, and I swear I fucking lost both my kidneys because I just pissed myself to death.
Hey, speaking of, being all bad and shit like we are, how about this? I got this one from the Daily Stormer.
Oh boy.
I love that fucking site.
I know, right? Tranny faggot becomes first faggot tranny state senator. So the Virginia and New Jersey gubernatorial elections were losses, but a bigger loss, methinks, is the loss of our ability to say our country has never had a tranny elected as a state senator. We can't say that anymore.
That's hysterical.
Oh
and oh man, it's ugly, this one. Danica Rome. She's a tranny senator. What's it gonna do? Make them put those tranny bathrooms in at the Capitol?
Oh God! This
I say no, you shitbag. You go use the men's room because you're a fucking man, asshole.
You're a fucking pointer, not a setter. Learn how to fucking read.
Yeah. Stop dressing in women's clothing. It's unhealthy and you're mentally ill.
Oh God, this reminds me of the one thing my fucking buddy from New York showed me. I thought he was full of shit because he said over at the university he started going to because he's trying to get some of his shit together and that. Apparently, they have a very progressive bathroom plan. They have what they call the all-gender bathroom. And I thought he was full of shit until he gave me a fucking sign he wedged off one. I shit you that. This shit looks like it came out of a fucking hippie acid trip or some shit from fucking Fretz the Cat.
Jesus.
It says all-gender bathroom. All genders are welcome in this bathroom. And it's like, it literally looks like ultra fucking, LSD fucking tie-dye looking. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
God. This thing is a transgender stepmother who plays in a metal band. First of all, you're not a stepmother. You're a fucking man. There's only two genders, male,
Wait.
female.
Wait a minute. So this guy's trying to pull an Alice Cooper or a Twisted Sister, and he didn't miss the pun?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So he thought Twisted Sister was actually Twisted Transgender.
Here's you love this. You love this article because it says that here it goes. It's hard for people to push the more open they are to. Wait, what the fuck? People accepted the do it in your own bedroom faggot argument, but this tranny stuff is too weird. People are not going to accept this. Seeing signs that they are not accepting it. The harder you people push, the more open they are to me calling for every single last fucking faggot in this country to be thrown in a wood chipper. You people wonder why wood chipper nationalism is rising.
Oh, the grinding of the gears begins. The fourth right upon the bones.
You know, and it keeps coming back to this. It really does. You get, first and foremost, right? I've made an observation of things because I used to have a neighbor in my old house. His one son was a fucking fag. And I've noticed, and it has never failed, that anytime I see a fucking cocksucker, his father was an overbearing, egotistical asswipe that was never fucking satisfied with anything he did, was an absolute fucking moron prick. This motherfucker was no different. So what's the greatest fucking revenge you can get against a fucking guy like that never gave you any kind of, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying I think I can kind of understand where this fucking mental disorder would happen. It's kind of like abortion being the greatest fucking denial of a woman by fucking black widowing her own child, right? That goes completely against her fucking nature and what she was built to do, literally. So go against your fucking mom's nature and suck a dick. Or take one up your fucking loaf launcher, right?
Loaf launcher.
So, hey, Mr. Hoppy, up me loaf launcher.
So Greater Ajax leaves a comment on the post. He says, "Just another white male elected to office. What's the big deal?"
That cut's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's why I love that man. He's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, he's been hitting up my page a lot lately. Which, yeah. Greater Ajax has been hitting my page up a lot more lately, and thanks, Matt. I'm giving you a shout out on the net. Thank you, Greater Ajax. Thank you, Lucas. Everybody that subscribed to me in the last little bit and has been hitting me up with those. Thank you so much. I hope I keep making you happy.
Oh yeah, Lucas is awesome. I can't wait till Saturday. I get to go to Chicago and hang out with Burnside, hang out with Greater Ajax. We're going to be counter protest.
Those commies.
Oh, hey, by the by, did you know? Okay, there's a little news item that's 57 killed, 273 injured, and we're not talking about Las Vegas. That was Chicago in the month of September.
Oh, I thought those numbers sounded.
Jesus.
Pardon. I know those numbers from somewhere. Oh, that's what I was getting totally tanked for the deadathon.
Yeah, when you were talking earlier, Burnside, that's what got me thinking about it. I'm like, fuck yeah, they're going back up to Chicago. Christ, get a fucking bulletproof vest while you're up there.
Yeah.
Oh, where that fucker?
I got so plastic for the corpse abrasion.
There's going to be too much CPD presence.
Well, you can make homemade body armor if you take a couple of those, like 4 of those Reader's Digest books, and you wrap those fuckers with duct tapes on, and you take duct tape straps and you put them over and down your back and over your front. If you can put like a couple ceramic tiles in it when you duct tape that, they have been known to stop a 9mm bullet.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
No fucking way.
Wow.
Don't ask me where I learned that. Just said.
Well, that's why we got to get that across the nation law, because I'm not even going to bring my pistol with me because I don't want to get arrested. I don't have a carry for Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my regular licenses and stuff, but I can't really bring anything other than a rinky-dinky little box cutter or some type of thing like that.
Yeah, you got your firearm identification.
Yeah, I got that, but I don't have the concealed carry, so I'm kind of screwed. So I could carry, the regular 1-inch long blade knife, and that's about it. Or the one thing I'm planning on doing, if just for shits and giggles, depending on if I can pull this off, I have a medieval shield that I have that's pretty durable. I want to use that as my protest sign.
Yeah, well, like I was telling you before, I got a brand new flag. I got a brand new flag. Got a brand new pole.
That's awesome. No, actually, Burnside, that's a fantastic idea. Another trick is to take those plastic like water cans, like from water treatment plants, and you cut it out in the shape of a shield. You just attach like an armband and use a handle off of something else and screw it into it. Use that as a riot shield. Keep that up to protect you too. It's another cheat. I mean, I think you can get them barrels free from the water company.
No way. Oh, damn.
Brother, this is not my first fucking rodeo, okay?
Fucking sweet. I'll have to keep that in mind, because
all I can say to you is adapt, improvise, and overcome, okay? If that doesn't give you a clue.
As what I wound up doing before, the last couple times I thought I was going to have some crazy clashes with people. And of course, the one time we had that giant Nerf war over at my college, I literally got a whole bunch of cardboard from the dollar store I used to work at, and they made cardboard riot shields.
That's badass. The only problem would be is if they were Molotov-ing you.
Yeah, they're not Molotov proof, but I mean, one of my buddies got really drunk and jump kicked it, and it held. So it's like, holy shit, this works.
That's beastly. Hell yeah. Yeah, whatever the fuck it takes. See, you do what you got to do.
Yup.
Just do me a favor and keep an eye on our girl here, right? I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you.
I'm gonna pack my shank.
Sarah's walking down the street with a fucking two-handed sword. Freedom!
Oh, don't tempt me, Mickey. I'll fucking do that too. I've got plenty of those laying around somewhere. Oh, Lord.
Bernsey and Greater Ajax will look out for me.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I wish I could go.
Me too, man. I wish you and Scooby could make it, but I don't know if Scooby will be able to make it.
I mean, for me, it's only a 3-hour drive. I'm just going to go down for the day. I mean, it'll be good. Go back and kick it in the hometown. I'm to waste years
where the dead bodies reek.
Yeah. Plus, I'm gonna bring my girl Nikki with. I'm gonna stop by and pick her up.
Oh, fun!
Fucking Menora's killing me. She's got possible modifications for an AR platform that has the Death Star in the front. Oh, this fully armed and operational battle station. She cracks me up.
She cracks me up.
She's absolutely. I know some really funny girls on here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, Sharon cracks me up with a lot of this stuff. Streff is another one. Menora is absolutely hysterical.
She lives in Asia somewhere, doesn't it? Or Germany?
Romania.
Romania.
Yeah, she's a funny one. Comically anti-communist. Just the crazy shit she comes up with. Like, it's the one fucking crazy gay post she made. We've all been laughing our balls off. She's got all these literal crazy-looking commie faggots hanging out, sodomizing each other, and Stalin's just looking down like with this bewildered look on his face as he's like gripping his hair, trying to rip it out. And it's just like, my lineage is homosexuals. Oh shit! And then up in the clouds there's Hitler, just like.
Hey, here's a real quick swerve off topic. I just see looking at a picture here of like the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Something I did way back when I was up on Fuckbook there.
Good.
Fuck Facebook. And when I was under the name Garrett Phoenix, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I was sitting there the one day and I put together this montage of why you remember you guys have all heard me say the religion of state.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, the reason I said that was I was sitting there looking at it the one day. I did it with the Congress, and then I went to a couple of these mega churches, and I just moved the decorations behind the pulpit around, and I said, which one's which? And you know, fucking cunts couldn't tell me which one was the difference between a church and which one was, you know, the Senate and the Congress,
Oh my God, what the fuck?
because they're put together the same way. Think about it. The state is a fucking religion.
Shit.
Yeah, religion of the left. That's why all these people are
Well,
going.
it's based on bullshit. It has fucking edicts. It has punishments. Your sin is called crime.
Yeah.
Your penance is whatever fines or time they steal from you. They automatically take tithes from you, and if you don't pay them, that's a fucking cardinal sin, and they send their enforcers out to crucify you. Think
Jeez.
about it.
It makes sense. That's kind of creepy to think about. Yeah, it's. Ew.
And what fucking proof that it even applies is there?
Wow.
Other than their say so, what's the authority based on?
Whatever
Not a hell of a question.
it makes, that's where it comes from originally. Somebody rises, somebody organizes, somebody goes, I am boss man. These people say I am boss man. We are going to go and write laws, do things, and govern peoples.
Well, I mean, look at if you ever read Lysander Spooner's treatise on the Constitution of No Authority.
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution is actually written in a contract form. All right, but nobody. They say, "Oh, well, the founders signed it." No, they didn't. They witnessed to it. And even if they did fucking sign it, and everybody, I never signed that contract.
Neither did I.
Right.
Come think of it, I do think you were telling me that before, Mickey.
Right. Well, yeah, we've had this discussion. This is back, you know, when you and I first started chatting.
Yeah.
Now, keep this in mind, because this cracks me the fuck up. That's the secret behind me whooping their ass when I realized, one, they can't prove any of this shit. Now, as I said before, it's exactly the same argument. If I built a house and I tell you and Sharon and all my friends that I'm building this for my posterity, my children and grandchildren and so forth, does that in any way fucking obligate them to live in it or upkeep on it or take care of it or any of that matter? No.
Mm-mm.
After I'm gone, they can do it as they fucking wish. They're not obligated to keep it or to keep it. They could let it rot in place because they weren't party to the contract. And a contract has signator, signatee, seller, buyer, you know, so on and so forth. There's also a place for witnesses because there's only 4 parts to a contract. Well, all they said was, we here, the underside, have witnessed thereon too. They never even signed it. They just witnessed. Yeah, we wrote this.
I can see how that can easily be confused. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, it's a side bit, but it goes right back to the whole religion of the state. Okay, we have these 5 fucking documents that we're going to base this religion of force on.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, you pay me. Or I'm going to send these assholes with muskets out to steal the money off you, or I'm going to kick over your whiskey stills, smash your fucking shit, and shoot you, and then those that live, I'm going to give a proper hearing to, and then hang them.
Was all that stuff really written on hemp paper?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
That's comical.
We need to go back to those days.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make America great again.
Damn straight.
You know, I've never understood why I can't just go and say, look, I'll sign off on this. I will never take a fucking dime in welfare. I don't want any of your goddamn medical shit. I don't want any of your fucking help for funding. I will take care of me, and I sign that off. And as long as I don't fucking harm another soul, the non-aggression principle is libertarians and voluntarists and the
Right.
leaning fucking anarchists believe.
Yup.
Don't fucking bother me.
Yeah.
But they won't fucking do that because they demand that. I mean, when they did the healthcare, what they said was, now we fucking own you. You don't work under an allodial title for property. That's the usufruct. And if you don't understand what usufruct is, usufruct.
Yeah.
Because that was a Roman thing where they said, yeah, well, you pay us a certain amount for the use of the land, and then you can, after that, you can profit from it as you will. That's where property taxes started. You never actually owned the land, you just rent it. Same fucking thing today. Now, when this country was formed, you owned your land. That was a allodial title. They came on your property without your permission. You fucking shot them and fed them to the ground.
Yep.
People don't know the history because they make history fucking boring.
Well, yeah, they do. And not only that, a lot of these websites are scrubbing a lot of the real history. I mean, these days you have to have an old volume of encyclopedia now.
That you have to have an awesome grandparent. I mean, that's the only reason why I took interest into history is my grandparents were really awesome at teaching me stuff. You know, they actually made education entertaining. Them and the one history teacher I had, God rest his soul, Mr. Hartley.
Yeah, I think my father still has the original encyclopedia set that I remember having growing up as a kid, and he's old. He's in his late 80s, but you know, he's still alive, working. But I tell you, if he ever does pass away, I want that because I know that's, you know.
Well, you know,
good history.
I had in junior high a history teacher that would do the oration with such passion, and he would dress in period costume when we changed it, you know, when he did like the Gettysburg Address, he dressed like Lincoln.
Oh, that's cool.
And he read the speech. 77 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived, and he went off like that.
Fucking sweet.
I mean, there was inflection. There was a raising and lowering in volume. There was, it was fucking exciting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he brought it to life in front of me, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I like to see.
Hell yeah.
And then the next year I got this broad. She pissed me because she would stand in front of the class and talk like this with the same monotone voice all the way through. It was like watching flies fuck.
Damn.
Like watching flies have sex. Oh, God.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, a teacher really does make a difference. You can, either, make a difference in a child's life or not. But I don't know, I don't know these days.
I think
that's why they have Common Core, and that's why they're trying to break the colleges and shit and instill all this commie-loving bullshit. Because they want to destroy education. They've already made it so that nobody knows what the hell is going on because Common Core is so incredibly complex and ass backwards. It's like, okay, math should not be this complicated. Well, Obama's taught you to love your communism, so it is that hard. Well, fuck you. And then to get up from there, and it's just more Mao, more Mao, more Mao. You're tired of Mao? Because guess what, bitch? You're getting more fucking Mao. We're going to brand you, too. I'm telling you, this shit's going to fucking be around the corner, man.
But, there's also, I think Stefan Molyneux, in one of his rare moments of just vitriolic fucking anger, and when he fucking finally has had enough, that's when I find him most stirring, was when he was talking about the teachers and the free markets. And he said, when these goddamn teachers that get their fucking tenure and don't do a fucking thing for the next 40 years, he goes, they would be subjected to the rules of the free market where they would slide down the fucking pay scale to do the job they're actually qualified for, which is to ask you if you want fucking fries with your goddamn burger.
Tell it, Mickey.
No. I like
I was sitting there like, no, that's what I'm talking about, mate. Fucking right.
Mhm.
They play the froth off a couple.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You know what?
Right.
Just so you guys know, just so we have a little bit of a joke. You know what the Irish word for sunblock is?
What?
Pub.
Oh, I love it. That's my kind of sunblock.
Oh God, that's funny.
You know, I don't, you know, when I, oh, you know what sunblock is when you go out on my boat with me?
What? Whiskey?
Water. Go jump in the lake. Jump in the
No.
lake and have a drink.
That's funny.
Because I guess, I
Oh,
don't know, because if you're in the water, you don't get a suntan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
look, I don't know. If we pretty much said all we had to say about that fucking piece of shit corpse that's happily fucking rotting, and I hope he's in the fieriest, most painful fucking place in any fucking religion you can go right now. I have absolutely no give a shit about that dead bastard now.
Oh
That
yeah.
fucking Texas shooter.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
there's
not even a Christian. I make no bones about it. I am a fucking pagan. I'm a Celt pagan. I follow the beliefs of my people, such as it's known now. My parents have, my parents' parents have, going on back to antiquity. But you know what? I actually like a number of Christians. Sharon, for instance.
Thank you, Mickey.
Oh.
I like Christians because they're at least aware of evil.
Mhm.
They have a very moralistic view of the world. I can deal with that. Okay.
I
I
always
see.
want to see the good in people.
I get that. You know, I
Yeah.
really see that from you. But when you have an absolute fucking waste of flesh go and do something so fucking hideous as just walking up and shooting children
Point blank.
point blank, there's no fucking curse in any language I can speak. I don't think of any fucking language that has ever been spoken or ever will be. For the loathsome hell I hope you rotted.
It
Yeah,
fucking end to that, dude.
there's a special place in hell for him, and he's going right there. God is not even opening the gates for him.
He
No
probably
way.
has snipers at the fucking on the wall. How you like me now, shit sucker?
Yeah,
Oh
he's gonna,
my
he's gonna go. He's gonna go to the other, and he's gonna hear. Guess what? I do exist. Kick.
This is what a universal toilet sounds like when I flush your ass. But yeah, I don't know, guys.
Flushing.
I can't think of anything else more to say than that. It's just
Yeah.
honestly, when I thought
Mhm.
when I heard the stories of some of the things that mothers and fathers were doing to, as fucking hard-hearted as I am, it fucking tears me up, and I get violently angry. And I knew, you know, and it makes it worse when I hear these lefty cocksuckers trying to capitalize on it before the fucking bodies were literally cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting that these people have no qualms whatsoever. I mean, a church, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, if it was a goddamn mosque, they'd all be trying to fucking huddle around and defend it. And it's like, dude, it's a fucking holy place of worship. It shouldn't matter what religion it came from. You know, it's a holy place of worship. People should not be gunned down like animals in there. Simple as that.
It's real simple, and I don't give a fuck who's listening right now. But if that is your attitude and that is your outlook on the situation, you are my fucking enemy. And I will do everything within my power, limited as it may be, to fucking physically remove you, you sick piece of shit. You have no fucking business breathing free air, and I hope you fucking suffer long for it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All
I
sorts
agree.
of back pains, motherfucker. All sorts of back pains.
Oh yeah.
Now, with that, You guys have any more comments or whatever? Because I think we ought to end it just a wee bit early tonight.
Yeah, so I got to get ready for work in the next couple minutes.
I'm all good. I'm all good. Great hanging with you guys.
All
Oh, hell
right.
yeah.
Well, Sharon, you want to hang around for a bit and chat for a few more minutes?
Sure.
All right.
Burnside, I'll see you Saturday.
All right, see you Saturday, buddy.
All righty.
Thanks
All
for
right.
listening, folks, and have a good night. Burnside, be careful, brother. Piss.
Hey, we'll do. I'll see you around, Mickey.
All right. Later on, buddy.
Later, dude.
Good night.